served when Donald Trump was president, and the threats to our nation were real. And so those concerns are real to us. And what we understand was a Trump presidency was chaos, destruction. A Biden presidency was dealing with COVID, using the science, investing in infrastructure, and working to the middle class. And all of us are trying to figure out and just want to make sure, as governors, we're on the front line of many of these things. We're in states, whether they're swing states or not, where folks care and are giving us feedback. And the feedback was, we are all looking for the path to win. All the governors agree with that. President Biden agrees with that. He has had our backs through COVID, through all of the recovery, all of the things that have happened. The governors have his back, and we're working together just to make very, very clear on that. A path to victory in November is the #1 priority, and that's the #1 priority of the president. So that's what we're trying to get done. The feedback was good. The conversation was honest and open, and the actions that will come out of that will make sure that we're getting that message out.
It was a great conversation with the president and the vice president because it was honest. It was candid. I think that, we always believe that when you love someone, you tell them the truth. And I think we came in and we were honest about the feedback that we were getting. We were honest about the concerns that we were hearing from people. And we were also honest about the fact that as the president continued to tell us and show us that he was all in, that we said that we would stand with, because as Governor Walz said, the president has always had our backs. We're going to have his back as well. Because the results that we've been able to see under this administration have been undeniable in all of our individual states. But the thing that makes us most optimistic and most hopeful is not necessarily that we're afraid of an alternative, but also is that we're hopeful for the future. And so we know we have work to do. We know that as we're standing right here, we're behind. But we also know that that path to be able to make sure that we can pull ahead in November is real, and it's going to take all of us in order to make it happen and to make it work. And we're grateful to hear the level of excitement and the focus that the president and the vice president have about being victorious in November.
I'm here to tell you today, President Joe Biden is in it to win it. And all of us said we pledged our support to him because the stakes could not be higher. On the eve of the 4th of July celebration, we talk about how we transition under a monarchy and a tyranny that our founding fathers fought against, that we risk right now descending back into that very same place. We will stand with the president as we fight that force being Donald Trump. And together, we'll make sure that Americans know not just what Joe Biden did for all of us, and the list of what he did for my state of New York is extraordinarily long, but where he's going for the future and where he's going to take this country. We feel very confident in his abilities. We talked about the plan and how he's going to be very focused on issues that matter to Americans, and I felt very confident coming out of this meeting as well.
Do you think he's fit for office?
Yes, he's fit for office. The president has 3.5 years of delivering for us, going through what we've all been through. None of us are denying. Thursday night was a bad performance. It was a bad hit, if you will, on that. But it doesn't impact what I believe.
What would you say to people in your own party who say the game is up, enough's enough?
No, I would say this. In November, we've got a clear choice. The president was very clear that he is in this to win this. And the president is our nominee. The president is our party leader. And the president has told us, and he was very clear back there, that he is in this to win this. And so for people, I would say, and listen, we're governors. We don't do hand-wringing. That's not what we do. Governors work and get things done. Governors say, tell me the objective, and we're going to make sure that we accomplish the objective. And so for people who are concerned, I just want to be very clear on something. And come November, we've got a binary choice. And the binary choice is between someone who has continually delivered for us and our states and the people of our states, and frankly, someone whose vision for the future of this country is downright dangerous. And so I would tell people it is time to mount up. And it is time to get serious and understand what's at stake.
A small group of Democratic governors had a secretive meeting at the White House with President Biden. The specifics were shrouded in mystery, but reporters speculated that the focus would be on Biden's re-election campaign. Their suspicions were confirmed when some governors spoke to the press afterward, and what they shared has sparked widespread discussion with significant implications for the presidential election. After a lackluster debate performance against Donald Trump last week, President Biden has spent recent days addressing what went wrong. He acknowledged some mistakes, like his extensive travel schedule twice to Europe, all the way to Los Angeles and back in the weeks leading up to the debate, which negatively impacted his health, leaving him exhausted and his voice hoarse by debate night. Biden has also admitted to making some errors, a level of accountability rarely seen in his political rival. In a recent radio interview, he candidly said, "I had a bad night. The fact of the matter is, I screwed up. I made a mistake. But that's 90 minutes on stage look at what I've done in 3.5 years. President Biden's admission of his missteps is a refreshing display of humility and accountability, traits not commonly associated with the presidency. This leads us to the secret of meeting between President Biden and key Democratic governors. Aware that he only has a few days to reassure Democratic Party leaders and the general public of his capability and suitability as the party's nominee for the November election, Biden's engagement with these influential figures is crucial. The governors, seen as rising stars in the Democratic Party, carry significant influence, and their opinions on the matter are highly anticipated. After the meeting, some of these governors addressed the press in front of the White House, shedding light on the discussions. All right, let's break this down and react to the sheer intensity of what's being said here. Governors are stepping up to declare their unwavering support for President Biden, emphasizing his leadership through crises and highlighting his plans for the future. These statements aren't just about confidence, they're a direct response to the chaos they witnessed under Trump's presidency. First, let's talk about Governor Walz. He's not just supporting Biden. He's painting a vivid contrast between the two administrations. Trump's era was marked by chaos and destruction, while Biden's tenure is about science-based responses, infrastructure investment, and middle-class support. Walz's assertion that all governors are united in their feedback and strategy for November's election is a rallying cry, emphasizing the urgency and collective effort to ensure a Biden victory. Next up, Governor Wes Moore of Maryland delivered a passionate and candid endorsement of Biden. He spoke about the honesty and openness of their conversations, suggesting a deep level of trust and mutual support. Moore's statement that they will stand with Biden because the president has always had their backs underscores a reciprocal loyalty. He's not just hopeful. He's confident that the path to victory is real and achievable, provided they all work together. Governor Kathy Hochul of New York didn't hold back either. She drew a stark historical parallel, likening the current stakes to the fight against tyranny during the American Revolution. Hochul's fierce declaration that they will fight against the force represented by Trump is a powerful call to action. She highlighted Biden's accomplishments in New York and expressed strong confidence in his future plans, making it clear that this is a battle for the soul of the nation. Now, let's reflect on the broader picture. These governors are presenting a unified front, projecting confidence in Biden's leadership and strategy. They're not shying away from acknowledging past missteps, such as Biden's poor performance on Thursday night, but they're emphasizing the overall positive impact of his administration. The message is clear. Despite setbacks, they believe in Biden's vision and capability to lead the country forward. This unified stance by the governors sends a strong signal to the nation. It's a bold reminder that leadership isn't just about winning debates or avoiding mistakes. It's about consistent, reliable support for the people and the country. It's about addressing real threats with real solutions and having a plan for a better future. In summary, the governor's reactions are not just statements of support. They are powerful endorsements of Biden's presidency and a call to action for November. They highlight the stark differences between Biden and Trump, the importance of unity and honesty, and the urgent need to protect and advance the country's interests. This is a high-stakes political drama, and the governors are making it clear that they're all in for Biden.